It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And 22 more yards there and another first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Rolling to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. C.J. Uzomah, 30 yards.
And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
All right.
Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins, 70 yards. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. From the gun to give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there.
Milton Williams there on the tackle.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. And
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
19 Texans.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing now is Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Hey, south.
Delson in motion. Now Stroud going to bat it forward on the touch pass. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This is 1st and 10.
Silver.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Well, this crowd making it hard to hear. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Now 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. On the sneak, it's Hurts.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hurts will throw.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
That is intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
He's back to throw.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Here's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So this one in the win column for the Texans. And it was thanks in large part to the play of their 2nd-year quarterback.
Yeah.
Bottles and believe we back in business. It's highly recommended. It's for all of my pushing the limit. Mile high got me over here with a flight attendant.
Yeah, I've been around the world. Seen a thing. These fellas are Cinderellas, I'm crushing in glass slippers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Houston. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. Touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud going to throw right away. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Oh, ready?
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
To the air right away is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And now the first carry for Joe Mixon. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's 2nd and 9.
On the quick, right?
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
All right.
Man in motion, it's Diggs.
Eleven. Hey, uno more.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And He'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
On second down, Stroud. He runs with it. Stroud avoids the contact as he slides to a stop after picking up the first down.
That's another Texan. First and 10.
He'll drop to throw. He'll run again.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. He'll let this go towards the end zone. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there. Now it's going to be third down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down. Ka'imi Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. Hurts looking to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That'll be intercepted. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
Move out of bounds just shy of the goal line.
Here we go.
They'll run here with Mixon. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Fairbairn good on the point after. And the Texans are on top. It's now 10-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. So Goddard, the tight end, comes in motion. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. Third and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. Robert Woods back to return for the Texans. Returnable from the 17. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Here's first and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Let's call it for what it is, Mike. I mean, right now, this team is winning in spite of him. Certainly not because of him. And what's really concerning is that's the most important position on the team. And if they are able to hold on and they do pull this game out, it could wind up being one of the most poor performances we've ever seen in a winning effort that I can recall in a long time.
He'll let this go deep for Diggs. He is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Oh,
They look to run with Mixon. Good blocking, and he's in. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Texans. That his second touchdown tonight. Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will get out in front 17-7. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On first and 10, it's Hurts. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
A second down throw for Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. To throw on second down is Hurts. To the left side, it's caught by Brown. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. 3rd down and 9. Hurts now. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To throw is Stroud. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down.
Robin. Hey.
Dell motioning over.
11.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Little more. Look the hot.
Now Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
All right.
Stroud going to set up to throw. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and long.
Here we go, let's go. Hey.
To throw, it's Stroud. They try to work the screen with Mixon. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Here's Stroud. That's taken in. And he's going to have the 1st down. So taking a chance there, playing with the lead, but it works out for them.
Oh, ready?
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Under. 12.
Here's Stroud. That is caught. What a throw. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Hurts to the air on 1st down. In trouble, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter, pass rusher extraordinaire, in action again. So we reach halftime in what has been to this point a one-sided game. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3.
Kaimi Fairbairn at the kickoff for Houston.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. Hurts. Brought in by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Now Hurts. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the 2nd half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
They'll run out of the gun with Mixon. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6. Eagles 42-yard line.
Man in motion, it's Diggs. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. Open man, downfield, it's Nico Collins. He is in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Texans. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
First and 10. Off the bootleg, it's Hurts. And he did a pretty good job there to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
That's a lot of work for no gain. You risk taking a shot there if you're the quarterback the longer you hold on to the ball. But there was nothing there. Good job to the defense shutting that one down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. A pass caught by Saquon. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shire. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Dell motioning over. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's good for a Houston Texans.
South.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He's taken down just shy of the 10. He can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. He's got it at the 3. And he's got another one. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. To throw on second down is Hurts. He's going to tuck it and go.
There's no doubt that you appreciate the toughness he shows here, Mike. I mean, for a quarterback to put his head down and pick up some tough yards, his teammates love it. And I'll tell you, his coaches, they want to see him protect himself, understand when he had enough to pick up the first down, to get down and live to play another snap.
On first down, it's Hurts. He'll get rid of it and complete it. So, 3. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Hurts. There's the tight end, Grant Calcaterra. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
King, Phil King. Hey, easy, 63, back.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley.
Initially, a really good job by the quarterback. Once he got flush from the pocket, I thought he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, looking for the big play. Not much there. Ultimately decides to check it down to the back and doesn't result in much.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. This one, incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here.
Here we go.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Now a deep ball here for Collins. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one.
It's a pickup of 46 yards.
Stroud to throw here on 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Oh, hey. Hey, Uno Mars.
Man in motion, it's Diggs.
Drop to the right. Look to high.
Throwing on 2nd down. Stroud. That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Here we go.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his tight end. It's Schultz. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
19 Texas.
Back to throw, Stroud. He's got it inside the 5. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Here's Pierce, and he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Dameon Pierce, touchdown Texans. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Texans stretch things out even further. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Dotson, the man in motion. On first down, it's Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's Barkley. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Quick throw on the RPO to Goddard. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A good spot here, second and a yard. Here's a handoff to Barkley. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. First and goal, Philadelphia.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Texans, and they made it look easy. Their offense playing at about as high a level as they can play. Defense wasn't too shabby either, and they're able to get the victory here by a rout in grand style. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.